We're being pretty precautionary here, so the fact that he had to come out of a game with how he usually is was, for me, kind of signal good time to give him a day off. We'll see where we are tomorrow. We have an off day the next day, but it doesn't look to be anything serious. I really don't know. It depends on how he responds to treatment today. No, I think it was more hit the ligament. It hit on the ligament and just kind of, it's not a comfortable feeling.
You don't think Manny's an IL concern, a possibility? Not at all?
Not as we sit here right now, nope.
Was there any swelling when you saw him? Was there any swelling at all when you saw him?
A little bit, maybe a little bit today, but he's a guy with a very high pain tolerance. So, there's nothing structurally wrong in there. And, it could be just as much me giving him a day off today because of it. He's always fighting to be in the lineup. Maybe didn't fight as hard today, but hopefully good to go tomorrow. If not, probably after the off day.
Did he start that conversation when he came out yesterday?
Yeah, when he tried to grip the bat, it wasn't going to work very well.
He just said, "Hey, no, I can't do this."
Yeah. Well, it's gripping the bat was a problem. If it's gripping the bat was a problem, then swinging it would be even more so. He tends to heal pretty quickly.
How do you balance a situation like last night where Waka is kind of approaching history? I know you can appreciate the perspective of what that is with also like A, winning the game, and B, keeping your guy healthy. Like what is that process like for you and the manager?
At that point in time at 4-0, the way he was pitching didn't seem like that was one of the variables. It was more about how many pitches am I going to let him throw with his, he had some injury history in previous years. So that was the biggest thing for me. I mean, I'm looking out for him. If we're up to me and I know somebody's going to be healthy, I'd let him throw 125 pitches. I mean, I'm all for it, but probably wasn't going to get to 125 pitches. And I think the fact that he went out for the 8th inning, he was very appreciative of that, but he knew once he got a base runner, he was coming out.
Do those situations like that where you probably know he's not going to be able to go the 9 make you uncomfortable a little?
Very, very. I told him that too. I said, I don't see how you're going to make it through 9. But right now, let's see how the 8th goes. He goes, well, let's see if I can get a 6-pitch inning. And I think that's why you probably saw a ball right down the middle, which you hadn't seen all game from him. But he was very understanding of that. Believe me, he's a stud. He's done a nice job for us. He's a convert on top of it. He'd been catching that long. He certainly looks like a catcher, and he's worked hard. Made his way to the big leagues, so that part's impressive. And we're trying to maybe get him with some guys that he catches consistently, understanding, what they need to do, what adjustments need to be made during the game. So there's some familiarity there. The fact that U's pitching tomorrow in a day game, it worked out that way with, him getting the middle game here. So I think he's done a nice job for us, both offensively earlier on and defensively to this point.
Well, we know Ryan Weathers has said the right things about being sent down and his role, but how hard was it to send a guy like that down when he's showing he can make an impact at this level?
Yeah, he sees who's in front of him, so it's disappointing to get sent down, especially after you pitch well. But with the off days coming up, there wasn't a need for another starter, and you always have to have somebody in your pocket that you can rely on, and he's that guy. It's just where he is right now in his career. He's performed well. But at this point in time, he understands that he needs to keep himself ready, whether we get into a stretch where it's a lot of games in a row or, something happens to where he's needed again.
He's kind of really embraced that aspect of it. Like, he understands what has to be done. Like, is that unique for a guy his age to kind of understand what he has to do?
I think, first and foremost, you look and see how you've done, and you don't want to get demoted. And it wasn't a demotion. It was based on the fact that we have some guys ahead of him right now. So it's disappointing, yet I think maybe more than any other time in his career he understands that.